gets into that, an orchestra conductor, personal, the imaginary coming together, that's when the great characters we end up seeing become human beings. Oh, there was someone that was lying to me so well. He's such a good liar. He should be getting an Oscar for his lying. I just want to say, stop. You do not understand, so do not speak about Oscar and do not speak about awards given to liars, because great actors cannot get away with lying to get to an award. That's why it bothers me so much when somebody puts acting to liars and put the two together. Recognize great acting, truthful acting versus pretend acting. Most people don't. Unprepared when he gave the speech, and you can just see the emotions pouring out of him. He was trying to hold back. I want to say, great actors try not to cry. Bad actors try to cry. Great actors are observant of real life human beings. If you watch yourself when you are going through a difficult time in life, the emotions will come out, but I don't push for the emotions to come out. Crying will come out of me, but I don't push for crying to come out of me. What I do is exactly the opposite. I try to stop the emotion. I try to stop the crying. I don't push to cry. I wipe my tears away. If something is making me cry and there are people around, but even if I'm alone, even if I'm home by myself, very rarely do I let myself cry without wiping my tears away, or without blowing my nose, or without trying to get myself out of that. And in the way that I get myself out of that, another emotion will rise up, which is probably going to be one of anger, where I tell myself, it's enough, it's enough. You don't have to put yourself down so much. Stop putting yourself down so much. Stop with the crying. It's not as bad as you think it is, because I will try to get myself out of that emotion. I will try to not cry. If we do that as real people in our everyday life, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to survive and go on and grab onto hope again, then why would great actors not do the same? He did exactly the same when he was giving the speech on the stage. You could see he was so surprised to be the winner of the best actor. He was crying in the beginning. He was fidgety. He was trying to fix his button to his jacket. But then the next emotion was he made this face, and it seemed like a face of anger, but it wasn't an anger that was addressed towards the audience. It was himself trying to stop himself from crying so he can move on to the next beat and be able to continue speaking. If a bad actor would be giving a speech, or if someone who's a liar from everyday life is given a speech, and they try to cry and they try to cry, and finally they can cry, but it's not sustained by anything personal, they don't go to wipe their tears. They don't go to the next expression, which would be the expression of anger, or the expression of, let me get myself out of this state so I can continue with this speech. I have to continue with the speech. I have to be here to thank the audiences, to thank my colleagues who are nominated in the same category. He's not just crying on stage and continues to cry, or continues to have tears dropping on his cheek the whole time. And that's what he stays in. He stays in the crying mode. That's what liars do. That's what bad actors do. So do you understand why when I hear associated acting with liars, it's something that drives me insane, because it's not the truth. A manual for actors once experienced for as many years as I've experienced that myself, privileged as an actress on the stage of the Actor Studio, as a teacher, teaching people in New York, teaching workshops internationally, will let me see in people, not just in actors, if they are liars wanting to cry, or if they are great trying to stop crying. That's how I can tell you a character, real or fictional, is credible to me or is not credible to me. The massacre of 4 young students. Then you think, who can do this? That takes me also into character analysis. Who's capable? What human is capable of doing that? Outside of the general understanding of why it would affect all of us so much, because 4 young lives were taken by someone without any reason, for no reason, the horror of it all. Then I go to the character. Who is this character? Person. Then you watch him for the first time when he's being brought in front of the court, the way that he just walks. I was seeing him walking for the first time, and I had chills all over my body. Fear that came out of his eyes. That took me to, oh, I bet Christian Bale did American Psycho, that movie. That's how my mind works because of acting and because of teaching acting. How any great actor comes to play a character who's a murderer, who's a killer. How do you do that? A great actress told me she was preparing to do the role of Medeea. The thing that's going to hurt the husband the most was killing their children. So Medeea is the character in theater, one of the characters that's the hardest to play. So when something like this is to be worked on, take another tool. You use the animal exercise. At that time, she was vegan. She couldn't stand the sight of blood. She couldn't stand the sight of meat. Then she started getting into the animal. She had to go into the animal to even be able to do any sort of preparation for such a horrific character as Medeea. So she had to get into the animalistic movement. She went into the animal, the roars, oh, oh, oh. She started biting out of it. She started sinking her teeth into it, and there was blood everywhere. Animal got up, half animal, half human being. Imagine that, the blood and the animalistic feel through her body, being the animal, what it would be like. Even if you do that, gives you so much information. For example, if I create a baby, I'm just imagining myself as the version of myself that was young. I see the child, throw this imaginary baby, throw this little child. I can't do it. I cannot do it. Even though there's nothing here, I cannot do it. I don't want to go there. I can't go there. Do you see? I'm not going to keep on trying to cry. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Why would I want to go there right now? I don't. So this is another example of the power of acting. Thank you so much. Kisses, everyone. Thank you.